When you came into office with a budget surplus in the state of Louisiana, now years later, the state legislature faced a $1.6 billion budget gap, and the Republican state treasurer called one of your approaches to that problem nonsense on a stick, quoting him. Are you going to do for the federal budget what you did for the Louisiana budget?
Absolutely, John. If you're a young student here, you've not seen a robust American economy.
But Governor Jindal, as you know, many Republicans are opposed to the approach that you've taken in Louisiana. They complain that you have tried so hard to avoid anything that could be called a tax increase so that you could run for president saying you'd never raise taxes.
We've had the worst economic recovery since the Great Depression, and it's because of policy in Washington and policy at the Fed. And let me go back to Washington. In 2009...
Governor, if that's true, why was our economy limping 6 years ago, and now it's the strongest in the world?
John.
You've done very well in this campaign so far by promising to build a wall and make another country pay for it.
Right.
Send 11 million people out of the country. Cut taxes $10 trillion without increasing the deficit.
Right.
And make Americans better off because your greatness would replace the stupidity and incompetence of others.
That's right.
Let's be honest. Is this a comic book version of a presidential campaign?
It's not a comic book.
That you give nearly twice as much of a gain in after-tax income to the top 1% as to people in the middle of the income scale. Since you're the champion of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, don't you have that backward?
No, you're wrong.
I talked to economic advisors who have served presidents of both parties. They said that you have as much chance of cutting taxes that much without increasing the deficit as you would of flying away from that podium by flapping your arms around. As a preacher as well as a politician, you know that presidents need the moral authority to bring the entire country together. The leading Republican candidate, when you look at the average of national polls right now, is Donald Trump. When you look at him, do you see someone with the moral authority to unite the country?
And to the issue I want to go back, if I may, to
Governor Christie, you've said something that many in your party do not believe, which is that climate change is undeniable, that human activity contributes to it, and you said, quote, the question is, what do we do to deal with it? So what do we do?
Well, first off, what we don't do is do what Hillary Clinton and John Kerry and Barack Obama want us to do, which is their solution for everything. Put more taxes on it, give more money to Washington, D.C., and then they'll fix it. Well, there's no evidence that they can fix anything in Washington, D.C.
What should we do?
What we should do is to be investing in all types of energy, John. All types of energy. And I've laid out...
Meaning government?
No, John. John, do you want me to answer or you want to answer? How are we going to do that? Because I got to tell you the truth. Even in New Jersey, what you're doing is called rude. So...